right, my name is Mandy and I am with Scott Leroy Marketing. And today's class, it was a You Choose Friday class, and you guys chose 36 Touch Smart Plan. So I'm going to show you how to build one of those in Command today. And so as we're building that out, if you have any questions and you're here with me live, go ahead and drop those questions in the chat like we just talked about. If you are watching this back on recording, please reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help get any questions answered for you or help you tackle any issues. So as we go through today's class, we're going to build that 36 Touch Smart Plan. If you're not familiar with Smart Plans at all, highly recommend checking out our Smart Plans overview class. That may be a better place to start just to give you the basics. This class is not going to go over basics. We're going to deep dive into building a custom Smart Plan. It is labor intensive, like I was mentioning to the live crowd just a few minutes ago. This is going to take some time to prep and get done, but once you do it, it is going to help you add so much consistency to your service and to the quality that you bring to your leads. And it should take a big weight off your shoulders too, of always wondering, like, where are you with a lead? Are you reaching out? Have you reached out enough? Are you supplying enough resources and value to your leads? So this should take a big weight off of your shoulders today. So we're going to go through how to build the smart plan, but also how to create some content in your command account in designs, where there's a lot of free templates. I'll also give you some free resources for free stock images and stuff like that as well throughout today's class, just to help you come up with content to provide a lead in 36 touches. So that's a lot of reaching out. And so if you are unsure of the value that you bring or of what you can offer them, hopefully today you will get some of that when we go over how to create that content. We're also going to go over lead management today in your command. I'm going to show you how you can automate your command system, that once a lead comes into your command database, you can automate it so that it will automatically get added onto this smart plan you're building today, or other smart plans for that matter, and also automatically tag your contacts so that it will keep your contacts organized. And to wrap up the class at the end, we'll go over the tasks tab, because this 36 touch smart plan does create tasks for you, the agent, to call, to reach out, to comment on people's social media, things like that. You'll want to keep an eye on your task tab in Command every day, just to sit down and commit a little bit of time to go through and get through the tasks that are assigned to you that day. Again, bringing that consistent value from you to your leads. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to log into Command here. And the first thing that you always want to check, if you have not already, before you begin marketing in your Command account, you want to check your marketing profile to make sure that all the information you want is accurate. So right over here where your name would be in Command, click that and click Settings. And I'm sorry if I sound a little funny, guys. I put a cough drop in my mouth, so hopefully you cannot hear it. Hopefully I sound clear and not like I have marbles in my mouth. So, all right. So we clicked on the name at the top right. We chose settings. And then over here on the left-hand side, you'll go to Connect Settings and Marketing Profile. This is where your data bank of information lives that goes out on your branding throughout Command. If you were set up by us here at Scott Leroy Marketing, this is probably already done for you. However, just come here and make sure that your branding is consistent. You'll want to make sure that you have the headshot you want. If you don't have a team logo, you can always put a general like KW logo here, or maybe you have a personal logo you like to use. Just put something here where the team logo goes, because this little guy likes to show as a broken image on some of your marketing when it goes out if you don't have a logo here. So if you don't have anything in this place, put something there. If you need us to, reach out to us and we will put you a generic KW logo like you see here on your screen there for you. We can also help you resize images see how it needs to be 360 by 360 pixels, we can help you do that too. So as long as we work with your market center, those are some of the services we can offer to help out. Coming on down, you have your details. Of course, make sure your name is spelled like you like. You can enter other information and also add your military affiliations. Even if you're not in the military, guys, they've actually updated this to where you can come down and choose just to be a supporter or a patriot. So you can choose from any of those options. Your bio would go here. And then your contact information. Remember, for branding, it's always important to be consistent in your marketing. You want to have that one phone number for yourself, that one email address, and that one website, so that all of your branding is consistent and drives traffic to that one central place for you. So go ahead and look over this information and make sure it's exactly what you would want it to be. Your brokerage information should automatically be set for you here. If you have any questions about this, maybe you've transferred market centers or something like that, or your market center has just had some rebranding themselves and changed their name, you can always reach out to us and we can look into this for you and get that updated. Coming on down, your compliance and your legal footers, maybe even some legal footer images. You can add these here, especially for like our Texas agents, things like that, where you need to have some special information here under legal footers. It should already be in place, but if you have any questions, just reach out. You can always add that here. And coming on down, your social platforms. You'll just want to make sure, guys, that these links actually go to your public profile on that platform. Make sure, test it out, like give this a copy and drop it into a tab and go look. It's okay if it prompts to sign in, but if you want to make sure that you can close that and somebody can actually view your profile without having to sign into that platform. So again, make sure that your link goes to your actual profile. We'll close that and then paste it here on your marketing profile. That way, the little social icons like on your website and in your marketing will actually work, and a lead can click those with one touch and go right to your social media profiles. So check your links and then click save if you've made any changes or updates here, okay? Last but not least, if we scroll back up all the way to the top, over here on the right, just make sure that's toggled on. This will send your branding over to your agent site. So as we begin building this 36 touch smart plan today, when consumers click on any of the marketing that you're sending out to them, they'll be able to actually view your branding on your website and it won't default just to a generic kw.com page. Okay. So that's it for your marketing profile. Again, just some prep work before you do any marketing in your command. Just make sure this is good to go. The next thing, since we're working on smart plans today, there is a smart plan setting back here in your command settings, and we just want to double check that. So over here on the left-hand side, you'd click command settings, smart plans, and time and date. So there are regulations that you need to be compliant with, especially if you start sending out text messages automatically through your smart plans. We'll cover that in more detail today about how to do that. Um, but just know that in order to be compliant, those texts can only be sent between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Let me pump up my screen a little bit so it's not so T9C for you guys. So you'll want to make sure that it only goes out 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now your system's automatically set up to do that for you. No worries. You just need to have the right time zone set right here. So please, please, please double check this setting within your command. Make sure that is your accurate time zone. And once you choose it from the drop-down menu, click Save at the top right. Once you've done this, your time zone will be set correctly. And no matter when the smart plan triggers to send a text message for you, it will automatically keep itself within that 8 to 8 p.m. window. Okay. So that's it for settings and kind of the prep work before you jump into smart plans. So now let's go over to our smart plans tab over here on the left. Smart plans are going to be your fourth icon down. If you're not familiar with icons, go ahead and click that red square at the top and it will pop out the names for you. So we're going to go to Smart Plans tab. zoom out just a hair so it's not gargantuan right now. There we go. Letting somebody in from the waiting room. There we go. All right. And so now our next step is to actually build this custom smart plan. This is a custom smart plan. It's not going to be found in your library. So you'll come over here to your teal button that says create. Again, if you have not watched our Smart Plans overview class, definitely recommend that being the place you start. That will give you the basics of Smart Plans. Today, we're deep diving. We're going to create a full custom Smart Plan, a really ginormous one. And so it's always good to have those basics. So right now, we'll just name our Smart Plan. And for me and for our purposes, I just add our date. And so you can name it whatever you would like. It's an internal name only, so no worries about consumers seeing it, and you can create your plan. What you're seeing here on your screen, let's do some general layout. The center is where we're building our smart plan. It's a timeline from top to bottom. We'll start building steps and adding days right here in the middle. Over on the left-hand side, these are our tools that we can build with. So we can create a task. They're called steps, by the way. So create a task step, make a call step, send an email step, send a text, and then even add to a smart plan. You can have a smart plan, add your contacts to an additional smart plan. Over on the right, you'll start seeing some of this information auto-populate as we begin building the smart plan. This is also where we'll begin editing different steps over here on the right. So with this 36 touch smart plan, we're building a smart plan that has 36 touches in it. Touches mean interaction between you and that contact. I have a little PDF that I will give you guys that are here in class. I'm just going to put it up on the screen just to show you. If you were to map out all of this smart plan's actions, this is what it tends to look like. Now, these are in quarters. This is the 4 quarters of the year. So you have month 1, month 2, month 3, and then you start back again, second quarter, and then third, fourth, and so on. It's not labeled January, February, March, because essentially your lead can come in at any time of the year and they're not going to start right away just on January's, right? So this is based on the month that the lead joins the smart plan. So for their first month on the smart plan, we're going to set it up to where it will create a call or a text task for you, the agent, to reach out to them. We'll set it to wait 10 days, and then we'll set it up to automatically email them. We'll make it wait 10 days, and then we'll actually create another task for you, the agent, to reach out and start engaging with them on social media. Again, wait 10 days. As they roll on to the next month on the smart plan, here are more steps that we're going to set up on this smart plan so that you are continuously touching these leads and reaching out and interacting with these contacts. And it's automated for you as far as creating the tasks or automatically sending out the emails. If you have Twilio set up with your command, you can also set it up to automatically text or excuse me, text them for you, so that you don't even have to do that manually. But all of these steps that are included in this smart plan are just kind of spelled out on this PDF. Now, that we have these on here does not make this written in stone. You can personalize this for your business. I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Um, you can personalize this for your business. If you prefer to have like voice conversations, you prefer to have calls instead of text, that's fine. Change this to calls. If you don't want to interact on social media and you would rather drive traffic to your website to have interaction there and provide resources on your website, maybe you wouldn't do the social media engagement. Maybe you would do more of adding value to your website and sending out landing pages of value to these leads. whatever works for you. Some agents are heavy on events. Maybe you like client appreciation events or maybe community events, and rallying people together to be close knit like that. Then maybe this 36 touch plan is going to include more of in event invites or event emails, things like that. You can 100% customize this for your business. I'm going to use this basic outline to build our smart plan today, and I will share this link with you in the chat here. Let me pull this away, and I'll go ahead and drop that link for you. If you're watching this back on recording, we will have this link in the description of this class for you so that you can grab it as well. How did we arrive? I'm reading the question in the chat, guys. Sorry for the pause. How did we arrive at a lead time 10 days? It's just a basic outline on our PDF. Let me pull that PDF back up. It's a basic outline on here. You can actually make this a lot less, especially if it's a new lead and you were unable to reach them via call and text. I highly recommend making this less than 10 days. Again, this is a 36 touch plan that you can use. Maybe it's not a brand new lead. Maybe this is a contact in your database that you haven't made contact with in quite some time, and you just want to start them on a drip campaign. Then this is kind of a slow play. Give it 10 days, then reach out again so they don't feel overwhelmed. But if this is for hot new leads, guys, maybe you do want to be more aggressive. Maybe you do want to make sure an email and a call goes out within the first hour, things like that. So feel free again to adjust this. The 10-day delay time is just to be able to space out the 36 touches so that within 1 month, you have 3 touches each month. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you got any more about that. All right. So going back to our smart plan, let's start building these steps out. Okay. So based on that PDF that I just shared with you, the first step is to add a call or a text. So I'm going to show you both actually. So we will add a text, excuse me, a task. I get text and task messed up, sorry. So we're going to take our step and drag and drop it. Easy peasy. So this is a make a call task for you, the agent. So you could put your task title over here, say call, add your merge tag, grab that contact's first name. And so your task title will be call, and it will auto-populate your contact's first name. Description, you can add a merge tag to say their phone number right here. You can add a little blurb to yourself about what. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Keep the questions coming. That's a good question. And I'm glad you actually pointed that out, because if you are making this 36 touch aimed specifically at hot new leads that are coming in, let's say from like your website, I definitely recommend you being a little more aggressive with your touches for that. This 36 touch plan, maybe you're building it again just for contacts that have been sitting in your database and you want to start stirring the pot a little bit and get those connections going. Then maybe 10 days is a good play. Gives them time to breathe a little bit and they don't feel like you're aggressively coming for them. So here in your make a call task, go ahead and put a little blurb to yourself so you'll know. So you could even say day one, 36 touch. So within yourself, when you're reading this task, say you got up that morning, this is your first task on your list to get done. Just looking at the description will let you know, okay, this is the first time I'm reaching out to this lead, and they're on my drip campaign, on my smart plan. I'm going to be reaching out to them in the future. What are some great things to know about this person? So some of the things that you could really utilize are make sure you have a good email. You could also say, confirm this is their best number. You could also see if they just put little conversation reminders to yourself. If you're not familiar with the KW Forward conversation, you could add the forward letters here to remind yourself to have those 4 conversations. Whatever you want to add into your description that will help you through that phone call, go ahead and add it here. It will auto-populate in that task to help you move through it and get done quickly. You can also add hyperlinks to yourself here. If for some reason you have a website that you want to reference. If you want to have market conversations, this is always a good thing to add in like a neighborhood preview. You can get neighborhood previews from your command contacts and add those links right in here. We have a tech tip video on how to grab those neighborhood previews. So that's something great to have handy at your fingertips when you're discussing the market with a new lead. Priority level. Go ahead and set this for yourself. If you know you're fixing to launch the 36 Touch Smart Plan, you are fixing to have to get real disciplined about coming and checking your tasks every day. And so you may want to mark this to yourself as like, this is a high priority. This is something I'm starting. I don't want to get behind in my call tasks every day. So I'm going to make sure this is super high up there when I come in to work every morning in my office. You can also say when this task is due. You can pick that particular same day. You can make it all day or particularly change it to a different time if you want. If you know you want to be done with lead gen by, let's say, 10 a.m. every morning, well, then you'll make sure that this is actually due by 10 a.m. that day. Scrolling on down, you can pick when the task should be created. Since this is our very first step in the SMART plan, we're limited down here. Day 1 is all that we have. And for the time of day, it automatically defaults to immediately because as soon as that lead is added onto this SMART plan, that day 1 task is going to immediately occur. That task will be created whether this lead enters their information at 2 a.m. in the morning. So since it's day 1, it automatically immediately will happen. You will get a task reminder to call this person ASAP. Okay. We'll go ahead and add this step. And now the next on our list, we had add a 10-day delay. So you can add a day and see how it says day 2. I can click right here to wait 10 days. Or again, make it what you want. Hit apply. And now we see that there's going to be a 10-day gap between these 2 items right here. Remember we said it could be a call or a text. Maybe you chose text instead. I'm going to show you how dynamic this text can be. So I'm going to drag the text task over. There we go. And so this is a good time to talk about Twilio. If you do not have Twilio connected to your command, you can still use text tasks or text steps. They will just create a task for you, the agent, to manually actually text that lead or person from your mobile device directly. If you have Twilio, Twilio is a third-party platform. You would have to purchase a subscription. They are super reasonable. I think they're as low as under $5 right now a month, depending on how much you want to use it. But if you want to get a Twilio KW account linked to your command, you can do that. It will actually let your command system automatically text people. I can come in here all day long and add a text step and set it up to be an automated text out to my leads, and I don't ever have to pick up my phone to do it. No worries, Latricia. If this recording will actually be on our YouTube channel within a few hours, and so you can go back and rewatch it, slow it down, and move through it in your own pace. So no worries. If I were to have that Twilio account and I chose this to send as an automated text, I want to show you the 2 options right here, guys. Static means I have one text right here. No matter what I put in this box, this is the same text that will go out to this lead no matter how many times they cycle through this smart plan. If I were to have this smart plan on repeat, then every time that lead starts from day 1 and moves through and gets to this text, They're going to get that same text every single time. But I have a dynamic option. Dynamic would allow me to create up to 6 different texts right here. And every time this lead moves through this smart plan, they would get a different text. The system will know, okay, hey, this is that lead's second time through our smart plan. We're going to send out the second text. Third time, third text. It makes it a little less robotic, a little more personable. And so, highly recommend diving into the dynamic text or even just the static if you have that Twilio account connected. Okay. Great way to automate your system. It can take a lot of time, especially when you start working with a lot of leads or trying to start a conversation with everybody in your database at once. This is a great way to leverage your time. Look into those Twilio accounts. If you are considering getting that Twilio account, you can just simply come right here and there's a subscribe in KW Marketplace button right here. You do need to go through your command to get that Twilio account. Okay. But again, not mandatory. I can scroll all the way back up and just simply create a task. It will create a task to tell me to send a text message to that person. So we'll do a task name, text, use your merge tags. It will automatically populate the contact's first name. For description, you can use merge tags again, grab their phone number, and then just make a little blurb to yourself about what this is. Say day 11, 36 touch plan. What do you want to gather from this information? What kind of connection do you want to make? You can even go ahead and type out the text that you want to send in this text right here within the task. And so then when you come to your, maybe your own command mobile, going through your tasks for the day, you can simply copy right from here from the task and paste it right into a text to your contact. So make it easy on yourself. Again, same options, hyperlink, priority level, and the time that you want this task to be due for yourself. You can adjust that. Now we have a few other options now under step details. Now that we have 11 days built into our smart plan, so you can choose which day this text task will be on, and you can also choose the time of day. Remember, we're going to be limited for text sending out automatically between 8A and 8P. This task is for you. You get to choose which time of day this task would appear in your task tab. So you can choose early morning, afternoon, or evening. If you're getting in your office first thing and doing lead gen, highly recommend making sure that it's this morning option or maybe even early morning so that you know that it's ready and waiting for you when you come in by 8 a.m. Go ahead and add step. And that's our send text option. Okay. You can add this into the whole entire first day. Remember on our PDF, let me just move this over so you guys can see it. We had call and text for the first action and then a 10-day delay. You can add those multiple steps to that same first day. So I could drag and drop this guy and put it right here on the first day. So not only am I making a call, I'm going to send over a text at the same time or within the same time frame on that same day. Especially if it's automatic. Going back to BHG's question about it being a lead, if you're setting this up for hot leads and you want to make that contact right away, things to consider right here on your day one are your tasks will be created for you at the time that you set. So it will either be immediately or like we saw for that second step, we could schedule it for 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. An email might be a great choice for your day one step just because the email will go out immediately. So if that lead has entered their information again at 2 a.m., if you have an email sitting here for the first step, that email will go out ASAP. And it might be a great way to make that contact because remember, automated text can only go out beginning at 8 a.m. So just keep your audience in mind with this 36 touch. Maybe you're building it just to build referrals. Maybe you're building it again just to nurture your existing database. That's fine. Maybe you don't want an email to be your first step. You want it to be that personal touch and to actually speak with them because maybe it's been a while since you've talked with them. But if it's hot leads, consider an email in that first step. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to move our our email back. If he'll let me grab them. There we go. We're going to move our email back to that day 11. Since we moved our text and our call for day 1, we've got our 10-day delay. And now we're going to add that email that was listed on month 1 while this contact is on this smart plan. For this email, you have a couple of options. I do want to point out when you're sending out content, because you don't know when this lead is coming in, this lead can come in to your smart plan and be added throughout the year. So it's not necessarily going to be month specific. Try to stay clear of things that would be dated. Don't use a holiday email. Don't use an event email unless it's a recurring event that every second Saturday you have a first time buyer seminar or something like that, that you could advertise without putting a specific date on it, and it would always be relevant to your audience. Okay. We'll get into making content for the email step here in just a few moments. But let me show you your email options right here as far as the actual step goes in your smart plan. You have a simple option and a designs option. Simple is exactly what it means. Whatever you type into this little email content field right here is exactly what they will see. It won't have any of your automated branding that Command does, like a header or a footer. It won't have your headshot. You will need to type in your email signature by yourself right here. Include your phone number. Anything that you want them to have, you will have to manually type right here. Okay. This is all they will see in the subject line. You can alter your font a little bit, and you also have your merge tags here, so you can personalize it a little bit and use their first name if you want, along with some other options under your merge tag. And you can even include hyperlinks, like maybe you want to include your app link, right? Be mindful when you're creating this 36 touch, where are you driving your traffic to? Do you want them on your app? Do you want them on your website? Do you want them on your social media platform? Wherever you want to drive traffic, maybe that's something you will consistently share every time. So for this being an email right here, maybe this is still an introductory email, introducing yourself and providing value to that lead. So you can put that here in your email. Just know if you're using the simple version, you can't attach files, you can't attach images. It is just text. So rely on those hyperlinks. Add them some kind of value. Give them one of your landing pages from your website or something. You do have the scheduling options as well with this email step. You can choose what time of day it goes out. If you want it first thing in the morning, so when they grab their phone and when they roll out of bed, your email is at the top of your inbox, you can do it. Maybe you want it another time of day around their lunch hour when some people mostly pick up their phones again, or maybe in the evening as well. You choose when it goes out and you can add that step. I want to show you what it looks like to add it as a designs email. This means I can make it graphic. This means I can include videos, hyperlinks. You can even convert a PDF that has a lot of resources on it. You can convert that into an email in a smart plan. I'm going to show you that later. But you can choose this designs right here, adjust your email subject, and select design. This brings you to your command designs. Any email template that you have already edited or used will be available right here to choose from. Again, going to show you some content that you can create in just a minute here. I already created an intro email sample. It literally took 3 minutes to build. If you're not familiar with designs, we do have some Design 101 classes on our YouTube channel where it will teach you how to do this. In fact, there's one specifically for email designs, but I'm just going to click on this one because that's what I want to use for our email today. And you can simply see I just included our header. I included a video right here, which by the way, even though it says database overview, for you as an agent, maybe you want it to be an introduction email or introduction video. Maybe you have like a 60-second elevator speech that you can share on a video really quick. And then right below this image, I grabbed this right out of the free templates from Command Designs. It was intended to be a social graphic, but I downloaded it as a picture and added it to the email design right here and just made it hyperlinked to the KW app. So whenever the consumer clicks on this, they'll immediately be prompted on their mobile device to download the app. And it has the footer at the bottom. Again, super, super easy to build. Going back to the comment of if this plan is for a hot lead, maybe this would be a great introduction email for you to have set up in your step one right away for your leads. Once you've edited this and seen it, go ahead and click Save and Close. And this should take us right back to our smart plan. It added that design onto this email, and now that design will be what goes out on day 11. On our step, we had another 10-day delay, so we'll add a day. Oop, I need to click Add Step to make it official. And now you can add a day. Make sure it waits for as long as you want. We'll build in that 10-day delay again to space out our 36 touches over 12 months. And the next one was actually to do a social media engagement task. And so you can grab your create task step, drop it here, interact on social. You can use your merge tags to grab that consumer's first name, maybe even their last name. Maybe you want their email or their phone here so that you can locate them on social media and send them a friend's request. If it's somebody you already have in your database, you can say check contact profile for social profile link. Maybe you already have that saved in your command contact. Use any hyperlinks, set your priority level, and schedule this out. Remember, this is going to be on day 21. It's a task for you to reach out and interact on social media. So maybe that time of day will be around morning. So you'll know you'll be in your office doing your lead gen and add your step. Going back to our PDF, you would continue to do this. Now that we're done with month one and the steps within month one, we'd scroll on down to month two and begin building those steps again. It's a lot of repetition. Again, it's labor intensive for you, the agent, right here on the front, but it is worth it once you get the leads on this smart plan and your system begins automatically creating tasks for you every day. So it is a lot less stress on you to come in every day and look at your tasks, know exactly what you need to do, who you need to be reaching out to, and you don't have to overthink it. So you would continue to build this out. Scroll back up to month 4 and continue building out your days. Again, customize this the way you want, guys. Add whatever content you want, add how many delays that you want. Again, going back to BHG's question, I just love it when they were talking about, is this for a lead, and would you really wait 10 days in between each action? Maybe you want to kind of turn this 36 touch plan into a 90-day plan, 36 touches in 90 days. Go ahead and adjust this how you would want, but this is exactly how you would build it out, and you would just keep going. You would continue to add a day, make sure it delays as much as you want, and add the step that you would want to do. You can even use the add to a smart plan step here if you would like. Let's say we want to, on this day, actually have them added to maybe the KW birthday plan or maybe the monthly neighborhood nurture. If you're not familiar with the monthly neighborhood nurture, that's where every month the contact would get an email about their neighborhood stats and listings, any neighborhood that they want. It doesn't have to be the only one that they live in, but you can come in here and set this up to add them. We'll choose the monthly. Oh, we might not have our neighborhood in. Oh, there we go. It keeps skipping. There we go. So it's a biweekly or a monthly. This will pull from the smart plans you have downloaded into your smart plans already. So we can just click that and say add step. And so on day 22, they will automatically be added to that other smart plan without you having to do anything. So continue to build the smart plan as you would like. I'm going to go ahead and save our smart plan like it is right now. Actually, I want to show you one more thing. Hold on one second. There we go. I want to show you trigger tags because that's where I'm headed next. I want to show you how you can get contacts automatically added onto this smart plan. Okay. Right here on this smart plan, you have the option to create trigger tags. I haven't saved my plan yet, making me save before I can add trigger tags. Now it's enabled. Okay. Trigger tags. If you're familiar with the contact tags in your command contacts, these are tags that help you organize your contacts, right? Put them in groups, label them. You can add a tag to this smart plan. Anytime moving forward that a contact has that tag added to them within your database, they automatically will be started on this smart plan. So you can come in here and add a trigger tag and create one if you don't already have it and say 36 touch. You don't have that tag created just yet, so I'll show you how to create it. But maybe there's a different tag. Maybe it's a lead tag. Anytime a contact is entered into your command database, whether it's manually imported or coming in from like your website or whatever, as soon as they get that label or that tag, you can add this as a trigger, and now that contact will automatically be added to the smart plan immediately. So it's a great way to automatically activate this smart plan for contacts. Once that contact is added to this smart plan, they will begin at day one and move through this entire 12-month smart plan. Okay. I'm going to remove the trigger tag just so we don't have any uh-ohs in our demo account here. But please know that you can add trigger tags to this smart plan to automatically add contacts to it. You also now have the option to remove the contact automatically if they do one of these two options here. If they reply to an email from this smart plan, you can check this and it will automatically remove them from the smart plan. And if they reply to an automated text from this smart plan, you can choose for them to be removed as well. You can choose both and or, okay? You don't have to choose any at all. But if they replied to this smart plan to an email or to a text, maybe you would want them removed from the 36 touch because now maybe you're going to move on and start an opportunity for this person and start moving them into another process with yourself. Maybe if you have an active buyer or an active seller, maybe there's different steps that you do within your business to nurture that relationship and move forward, maybe a different smart plan that you've created. And so maybe you do want them removed from your 36 touch plan, which is kind of like a slow play or a drip campaign. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and save our smart plan. I'm going to move over to lead management rules because I want to show you how you can set it up to where your system will automatically start feeding contacts to your smart plan. So I'll just click save one more time for good measure and click X to get out. We're going to go to your settings. So we'll click your name in the top right and go to settings. On the left-hand side, command settings, contacts, and lead management. What I'm showing you is for solo agents. If you are on a team, this is going to be controlled by your rainmaker. And you can speak to them if you want something specific, maybe set up for you, or ask them if you can run your own marketing on your solo platform. It just depends on how your rainmaker runs the team. Um, but right here under lead management, what we can do here is create a rule so that when you have a lead come in from a specific source, you can auto tag it and add it to a smart plan automatically, or one of the other. If you just want to auto apply tags, you can. If you just want to add them to a smart plan with no tag, you can. Right here, you would create a rule, enter the rules title. So I'm actually going to go off the theme that we've been talking about in today's class, and let's say it's a website lead. And so the lead source would be our website. So I can type in site and make sure I choose each one. Now there are multiple, I will tell you that right now for the lead sources that feed in from your KW site. So just make sure you're clicking all that you want. Like I would want to make sure that if a lead came in from my KW site and one of my landing pages, that they would be included in this rule. So again, choose however many you would like. There are several to choose from. Leave it at that. And now we choose if we want to add a tag or add to a smart plan. For this particular smart plan we're working on, maybe we do want to add that tag of lead. And we can also add them to our 36 touch smart plan right here and create the rule. This applies moving forward, guys. If the people are sitting in your database right now and they already have the tag lead, they won't move. They won't change. They're not going to get added to the smart plan. I'm going to show you how to get a hold of those guys and get them on a smart plan in just a second. So at this point, you can go ahead and create your rule. And moving forward, any lead that comes in from the website is going to be auto tagged lead and added to this smart plan. Okay? Come in here, build as many lead rules as you want. This is an amazing way to automate your system. If you have leads come in and you want to be able to automatically touch base with them again, if that lead's entering their information at 2 a.m. in the morning, having a smart plan set up in place to reach out to them ASAP with that email and to create call tasks for you or text tasks that you would see first thing the next morning. It's a great way to automate your life so that you're not coming in every morning in command wondering, I wonder what happened last night in my business. I wonder if they got reached out to. I wonder what I need to do this morning. This will help bring consistency and peace of mind to you. Set up your lead management rules for that, and that will help direct your leads and organize them by adding those tags as soon as they come into your command system. I'm going to move over now to the Command Contacts tab. It's the one over here in the top left, and I just want to make sure that you know how to find and apply those tags to your contacts for the existing ones, the guys that are already in your database. So we'll go right here to our Contacts tab. Let's say you were building this 36 touch and you want it to be for everybody or specific contacts in your command database already. So highly recommend you come here and let's use our filters. So you can go to your filters right here and let's find out who already has that lead tag. So you could use tags, lead, and choose apply. I'm going to click away from this menu because we have demo accounts we work with. But you would want to hit apply so that when you come back here, you will see the leads that have that lead tag attached to them. Now you're seeing the contacts that already exist within your command database with that trigger tag that you chose for your smart plan. But remember, trigger tags are only for the future when that tag is added to new people or new leads. So for these guys that are sitting right here in your database already with that tag already on them, you will want to manually add them to your smart plan to get them started. Now that you're viewing them, I want to show you how you can bulk add contacts to your smart plan manually. Always go over here to the show button and make sure you're showing up to 500 contacts per page. If you're working with a larger database, the steps I'm fixing to show you um, it will be easier because you'll be able to do them in increments of 500. So you would select all, and from your action menu that appears, you will choose Add to Smart Plan. Come over here. Our 36 touch is actually the first one that shows up, but if you need to, use the search bar, and you would just simply click Select. Now, we're getting an error because our demo account does not include phone numbers on some of these contacts. You may see a similar error like this that may say they don't have an email, they don't have a neighborhood, they don't have a phone number, whatever it is. You can add them to the plan anyway, or remove them. We're going to add them anyway. If they have missing phone numbers, it's okay. It will just create that task for us anyway. Um, so if they were missing emails, then the email step would fail to send to them, but they would still get the other steps prior to that. So we'll click Add to Plan anyway. And now the scheduling. Please be mindful. Don't overload yourself, guys. Remember, the 36 Touch Smart Plan is heavy on tasks for you as the agent. So if you are fixing to add, you know, 4,000 contacts to this smart plan so you can start nurturing your entire database, you will want to choose the stagger start option right here and choose to stagger how many contacts you want added per day, and it will do it in small chunks over the next few days. So if you're adding 100 contacts, maybe you'll choose to only add 15 a day. And so over the next few days, it will add 15 at a time for you until everybody's added, so that all the tasks that are going to be created, you won't come in to 100 tasks on day one. You will come into 15, and the next day 15, and the next day 15, and so on. Okay? You can choose to start all now. You can also choose everybody to start on a specific date. Choose the calendar and pick the date you want to start. You also need to make sure you choose the disclaimer at the bottom and check that it's off, or check it on rather, that you read it, and then click confirm. And then these contacts are now added to your smart plan. This is what you need to do for the contacts that are existing in your database to add them to that smart plan you just created. Okay? If you're here with me live and you got questions, drop them in the chat. I know I'm covering a lot. We're going to click away from this because we do not want to add our demos to the smart plan. But for you, you would go ahead and click schedule. That is how you bulk add contacts to a smart plan to get them added. I also want to show you how to bulk add a tag, right? So maybe we needed to actually make that 36 touch tag, right? So I'm going to show you how to create that tag and add it to our contacts. Now that the trigger is already on your smart plan, any leads, any contacts I add that tag to now will then automatically be added to the smart plan. So we can select our contacts again. From the action menu, choose Add Tags. Type in the tag that you want to add. It's not created yet, so we can create tag, choose the name and choose the color. So we'll choose orange today and create tag. If you want to choose more, you can apply multiple tags at a time. Maybe we also want to add that lead tag. So we'll grab it too. It shows we have 2 tags selected, and click Submit. You might have to hit the refresh on your browser. There it goes, it updated, but I'm going to hit the refresh anyway. There we go, and now we have those tags added to our contacts right here. You can see the lead and also the 36 touches there as well. That's how you would add bulk tags to your contacts, especially if you had just made that tag a trigger on your smart plan. Now all of those contacts will immediately be started on that 36 Smart Plan right now that we've added the trigger tag to them. Okay. Not getting any questions, so I'm waiting. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. Last but not least, let's jump into designs. I want to show you where you have some free content, guys. So right here on our designs tab, little paintbrush with a square. This is where you can create that content, especially for the design emails, or maybe for those steps where you're doing the social media interaction. Maybe you want to create a graphic that you can go and share. So right here in your designs, come over to create design, and let's look at emails first. We'll click email and next. These are all the email templates that are here for your choosing. They've got some brand new one, guys, that are like work with me for buyers, seller conversions, and they have 1, 2, and 3 to that. Also for buyer conversions, here's more. And these actually have content in them, guys, that you can come in here, personalize for yourself. You can even do like a featured homes where you can add some featured homes that you like. Maybe you're targeting investors or first-time buyers, maybe seniors or military, whatever it is. Maybe you want to go handpick some listings that you think are great buys in your neighborhood or your community and add them in here to an email design and add those out on a smart plan. I just wanted you to see that you do have templates in here and do not have to create them from scratch. I'm going to close the email templates. I want to show you the free templates for social pieces and print pieces by clicking Create Design, Social, and Next. You have free stock images in here. You've got free templates in here, right here under Assets, Keller Williams Realty Assets right here. You can come to Images. Look at all these folders up here of different things, house and exteriors. If you need them, they're stock images. Come back to images. If I want to do lifestyle and activity images, they would be right here. There's tons of stock images in here, guys, that you can come and gather for your marketing content. You don't have to recreate the wheel. We also have another class called Build Your Social Media. And actually, no, BHG, you're asking, is there any additional cost associated with the email templates? The ones I just showed you are free, or you can create your own from scratch for free. You can even create email templates on a third-party platform like Canva and import them into your command to use on your smart plans as well. So all these stock images are free right here, guys. Use them, use them, use them. Oh, I was telling you, build your social media class. That class also goes over a ton of free content and ways that you can create content for your social media as well and get those platforms created and branded consistently. Templates right here. Now, these are made for social and print templates, guys, but all you got to do is edit them, personalize them the way you want, put your logo on it, change the text around, save it as an image. You download it onto your device as an image, and then you can add it right into an email design as an image. So you can grab these social templates, like specifically lead generation right here, client love, where's that client testimonials? There's that. There it is. KW app is what I was looking for. If you're wanting to drive traffic to your app, which is fabulous because it gives you Big Brother access, you get to see every single listing they view and love and favorite, and you really get to interact with your client. If you want to drive them to your app, here's a gazillion templates right here, all ready to go. Just come in, click on the image that you want, again, personalize it, and you can use this on your social media posts when you're interacting using this 36 touch for those tasks, or go ahead and download it as an image and add it to an email design. Make this be your first email that goes out, or whatever step email you want to go out, to drive that traffic to your app. They also have your website ones as well, right here, where you can come and look at all of these templates. Market expert, get your stats for your local area, type them in. There's just so much in here, guys. event invitations. Um, you can just come in here and create a ton of stuff using these templates and send it out through the Smart Plan. Oops, I just realized what time it was. So please know there's some free content in here for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to go back to our command and just show you where your task tab is really quick. Sometimes it's quicker just to come back to the main command. I'm just going to agent.kw.com, coming right back into command. Your task tab is right here on the top left, guys. This is where you would come every morning when you're working on your 36 Touch Smart Plan. Your task will be auto-generated for yourself right here. You can choose due today and view those tasks. We don't have any, all of ours are past due. So you can come in here, grab your tasks, click on them, handle your business, and complete. And go about your day and know that everything is organized and consistent and that you're touching your entire database or your targeted audience consistently. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. If you're watching back on recording, please reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.